Gosh, I don't know. There are a lot.
Let's look right now. They were the frosted mini donuts, huh?
Okay. Wait.
We got the ones from Aldi. I don't know if that matters.
How many calories are in the donuts?
All right.
All right.
It looks like, let's see, the frosted mini donuts.
Wait. Let Michael guess.
Oh, yeah, Michael, guess.
67.
And, oh. Thank you for tuning in to our Fat Podcast. To get the latest updates and links to the newest episodes, visit thebrothersfat.com. You can also use thebrothersfat.com to contact us, connect with us on social media, as well as contribute your weight loss to the 1,000,000 Challenge. That's at thebrothersfat.com/million. We would love it if you could head to our page on Facebook and share it with your friends and give it a like so that we can help spread the news and spread the word, get other people involved. There are a lot of fatties out there just like us, and so we're all trying to just help each other and, do something bigger than ourselves, or rather smaller than ourselves. If you have your own 2019 weight loss goals, join our Fatties Helping Fatties weight loss support group on Facebook. Anyway, we hope you enjoy this week's episode.
All right, welcome back to My 900-Pound Life. I'm Shane.
And I'm Mark.
And I'm your fattest brother, Mike.
Well, we're here again. This is, the fourth episode, so the fourth week.
Fifth episode.
Fourth or fifth? This is fifth.
Oh, that's right. This is the fifth episode, because the first episode was it wasn't a week. Right? It was
more of an orientation, if you will.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we were just kind of introducing ourselves to the world to get them ready for us.
So we've been doing this for like a month now, right?
Yeah,
whoa.
Congrats.
That's
this
cool.
Is like, are we
happy 1 month anniversary, guys?
Yeah. Have we been doing it long enough to where we can start telling people that this is what we do?
Yeah,
we
could wait. When they ask what you do, I'm like, I'm a podcaster.
Yeah, I'm a professional podcaster.
Mm-hmm. I got 5 shows under my belt.
Actually,
this is my second foray into podcasting. I did a couple tech podcasts a long time ago.
Oh, really?
Actually, you know what? If somebody gets into MMA fighting and they do 2 fights, they're considered fighters, right?
This is true. Yeah.
I think as long as someone has paid you to do something at all ever, that makes you a professional, doesn't it?
Yeah. So we're not professionals.
We're not professionals, but we're
I've
extreme
been
hobbyists.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're a professional podcaster.
So I'm a professional podcaster. All right.
Congrats.
I like cheap titles. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a gym. I have a gym ethics and etiquette question for you guys.
Okay.
Just a real quick one. I thought about at my gym, making like the Brothers Fat business cards. Not like sponsorship cards. Just like, hey, check out the Brothers Fat podcast, and then on the back, like Fatties Helping Fatties Facebook weight loss support group. If I make these cards and like randomly leave them in lockers, is that do you think that's unethical in some way? Do you think it'll violate my gym's trust?
Yeah, it would. They would hate you.
Okay, so
I should say this. I actually thought about doing similar things.
I thought about just getting up in a hot air balloon and then throwing them out to the public, saying, "Look at these cards!" I'm wearing like one of those like large top hats.
I saw a gentleman. He was on the stair machine next to me. He was huffing, going hard, just like I was, and he was about my size. And I was thinking the whole time, it was funny. It's kind of like, it's almost like, in high school, you're like walking in the hallway and next to, a girl that you like, but you're walking next to each other on accident. And you're like, oh, should I talk to her? I don't know. This was kind of like that, but I wanted to invite him to be a part of our podcast. But we both had headphones in, and I didn't want to tap him. I don't know. I guess I chickened out, guys.
You should have just looked at him and said, "Hey, bro, we got the sweet gig."
Hey, bro.
Hey, bro. That's how you start off the conversation in the gym, because they're gonna see you non-threatening. Then
sometimes I wear headphones with nothing on, just when I talk to people. So that's the etiquette. When they have headphones on, don't talk to them.
You know what's the best part?
What if they have one headphone in?
Okay, maybe. I mean, you have to make gestures, which is awkward to get their attention.
I'm fine with. All right, what if I disguised? Let's say I dropped the Brothers Fat sweat towel on the ground, like in front of him on accident. And I turn around and he's a nice guy. He picks it up, hands it to me. I'm like, oh, thank you. That's my podcast towel. It's very special to me. And he's like,
oh my gosh,
what podcast towel? And I'm like, yeah, no, this is it. I have a podcast and I'm a part of, and we're trying to lose weight. Are you trying to lose weight? And he's obviously 350 pounds, just like
me. I see what yeah. So you're profiling. You're going to go find the fattest person in the gym.
Is it wrong
and think that they're going to need to listen to our podcast?
Well, no, I could tell them what they need. Sir,
are you like a snake oil salesman? You're like, we got the one and only cure for your fatness. That's the truth.
Because sir, I'm gonna take a wild guess that you've tried everything else. But have you tried listening to this podcast?
And
well,
boom,
have you?
He gives you $300,
and then he says no because it's
here's what he's gonna say. Here's what I would say if you walked up to me and you're like, hey, so actually let's go through this. What would you say to him? I don't know if you're trying to be serious or just funny, but were you really thinking about talking to him?
This is hybrid. No, for real was.
Let's say if you're thinking about talking to him, what would you say?
I guess I would open up with what I'm trying to do. Or maybe I could ask him, I don't know, actually.
Here's what I would say. I would say, okay, so obviously you also are overweight like I am. So I don't know what makes why do you think that you can help me? That's what I'm wondering.
Oh, if you're him.
Yeah, if I'm
people
him,
get offended when fat people tell them how to be fit.
So here's what I'll say to you. I'll say, why do you think you could help me? What would you say?
I'll be like, hey, dude, I'm already down.
What you think?
Like, hey, dude, I'm already down 13 pounds. And yeah, I've lost 13 pounds like a dozen times.
Oh, that's right.
Before.
You are down 13 pounds. I forgot about that. That's pretty good.
Like, yeah, dude, we started in January. I'm down 13 pounds. And I've really been motivated and helped by getting a part of a community. And the cool thing about this podcast is a lot of the community that's a part of it, they're right here. So, I mean, if you connect with it, if you connect on here, join the group, these are people that, I mean, we live amongst. I just won't tell them about you.
Yeah.
About me?
Yeah,
Okay.
Shane lives in Dunlap.
Shane's actually a figment of our imagination. We invented him.
I live in the internet.
Shane's,
I spend so much time on my computer. I live in the internet.
Internet guy, can you tell me where to go?
Hey, internet guy, can you look this up for me? How many calories are in an almond?
Shane's like, I'm not Alexa.
Yeah. I'd say in one almond, I'd say about 20.
And he's just Googling.
We convinced Shane. Do you remember when I was a kid? Michael was a kid too at that time, and you were kind of a kid. So it happened. But do you remember there was a year that I got walkie-talkies for Christmas? Me and Michael did, and a remote control car that like flipped over. It was dual sides.
Yeah.
And you found out that that when you use the remote for the car, that it would make the walkie-talkie have interference and make a sound. And so I was talking to this walkie-talkie, telling it to do stuff.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Wait,
like it was making beeps or something.
Yeah, it would
translate
just go,
them.
It would just go whenever. And so I was talking to this walkie-talkie. And I was like, "Hey, walkie-talkie, can you sing Jingle Bells?"
And I would do push up 3 times.
And I thought it was the craziest thing. I don't even remember how I figured it out. I think I saw you.
So you were living
in the stairway.
We were in 1999. Yeah. You were in 2019. That's what was going on.
That's so funny.
I got a history fat story I have to share. A guy at work, his name is Mike, brought this up to me, and he said, don't you remember saying this? And I'm going to just go ahead and tell the story. I worked with a guy named Ryan who worked as like construction, and he talked about being in this large woman's home, and I hope she's doing okay. I don't know who she is, but I hope she's doing better than where she was at. And he had to double brace the curtain rod because apparently she would use that to get out of bed, and she pulled it and broke it. And so he had to go in and fix it. And so as he's telling the story, Mike comes in.
Wait, can I guess where this is going?
Oh yeah.
Real quick. You had him come and fix your curtains.
No.
Oh,
no.
okay.
Michael, do you have this guy's number?
Who? Which one, Mike
this
or
construction guy?
Yeah, I have his number.
I'll send it on over.
Yeah, we'll do. And so,
okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So he's telling the story. Mike comes in, and Mike's listening in, and he starts laughing. He goes, "Who uses a curtain rod to get out of bed? You got to be that fat to get out of bed." And I just started cracking up, and I go, "You know what? I'm pretty sure I pulled a couple curtain rods down in my day getting off the couch."
How about shower rods? Do those count? Shower rods?
Oh yeah, shower rods.
Shower rods, anything that's extreme that can't obviously handle our weight, but I use it to stand up and pulled it down, and then get mad when it didn't hold me up for some reason.
So what's funny is you can choose to have something assist, like you can choose to assist yourself getting off of something with an inanimate object, or you can flex all your muscles and try and launch yourself up into the air in one shot.
Try to flex everything.
Either one. Like I don't know what it is about being fat. Why do we try so hard to hide? It's like if you're wearing a green sweater and you're going around and you're doing things and saying things to try and convince everybody that you're not wearing a green sweater.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Like they can see my thing. Like that. Like this is. I don't know. I don't know why. Like going upstairs with somebody at work.
Yeah, and trying to hide the heavy breathing.
Trying to pretend like I'm not out of breath.
Yeah,
like
me too.
I'm fine.
Yep.
Hey, I'm going to turn around over here for a minute, and I'll meet you back in the shop.
like I wonder if I always have to lie about what I'm doing if I'm going to go tie my shoes, because I've got to sit down and then recuperate.
Yeah. It's a process just to tie your shoes. My shoes come untied. It's like my worst nightmare at this point in my life. I look down and I just get really depressed. And I know if I try to do it the normal way, my suspenders, if I have the suspenders on, or the belt, do not do their job, and my butt crack just pops right out. And I can feel the draft.
You know what? I still think about getting suspenders, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to wear them under my shirt. And I mean, I feel like there's no way to hide that truth once you do start wearing them, but I don't know.
How about this? How about we lose weight until you don't have to wear suspenders?
Well, there's no guarantee.
Don't plan on failing.
My body's never been thin, and so there's somebody who's a lot smaller than me that wears suspenders. And I was trying to figure out why, and they said that they have no butt.
What is he? Is he a clown or something?
He may have been in a past life. I don't know.
He could have been
but
a clown.
That's the thing is I'm like, oh gosh, is there no guarantee that I'll actually have like hips and a butt when I lose my weight? I'm not positive here. We'll see. See, Shane, you've already been like, maybe not thin, but you were just overweight? Maybe were you ever not overweight, quote unquote?
No. Well, I don't know. Maybe I was in high school, but I remember a girl called me fat. I just thought I was fat after that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What? How could she?
Actually, I was, because when I was like 15, I had stretch marks in my arms. But that could have been because I was all Hulk Hogan and up, my 24-inch pythons.
So did you like
my 18-inch pythons back?
You did some biceps and then stood up and did that thing where you wave your hand and put it on your ear.
Oh heck yeah!
To the theme song. Mm-hmm. I am a real American, and then you move forward, and then you do it every side, and you're looking for the cheers. They don't happen.
Relative to what Mike just said, I no joke. I still, and you guys can choose to admit this or not, but I believe that if you say you don't do this, you're lying. I still flex in the mirror. I flex to see how big, and like how big I can look, and if it's just like above the belly button and up, it can be pretty impressive.
I'm not lying, and I don't do that. So,
are you sure you don't flex at all?
I'm positive I don't, unless I'm like making a joke.
Are you peasant about that?
I'm peasant about it. No, I'm positive. I only do it to do a joke. I never did it in front of a mirror for myself.
Well, you don't push that thing to the max to see what it looks like?
No way.
I push it to the max. I want to see I want to see. And it's good too, because sometimes I'll be like, I'll flex and I'll be like, man, is this what I'll look like if I lose weight?
What do you like, Homer Simpson with the back fat pulled back? Is that what you?
I'm gonna have to be. By the time we get to the end of this season, I'm gonna have to be.
Yeah, I guess
my pants don't. Today after I went to the gym, and I was there about an hour, and I took my shower, was getting ready to leave, put on my jeans, didn't bring a belt. I don't like to wear belts after the gym or ever, but I do when I need to. Either way, I get all dressed up. I start to go out. My pants start falling down. And so I'm walking out of the gym to the car. They start falling down more by the front desk. So I grab them, and then I put my finger through one of my belt loops, and then I spin it. And and so my finger is now my belt. And so I have to carry my book bag and all my stuff with one arm, and then I have to set it all on the ground and take my keys out of my pocket with one hand, open the car, put it in, and then hold my pants up while I get in the car and sit down. I drive to Walmart, do all my shopping. I had to do all my shopping holding my pants twisted like that with one arm. And I was trying to push the cart, so I had to go to the front of the cart. This is today. I had to go to the front of the cart and hold the front of it so I could actually steer it while I was walking. And no joke, it tripled the length of time it normally takes me to get my shopping done.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't wear a belt, I have like similar problems. My pants, I have to hold my pants up somehow or keep adjusting them. But I also have a pants thing that's new after losing some weight. So when I used to put my jeans on, it would take them a good 8 to 10 hours to realize what's going on, like to expand enough to where they're comfortable. So like if I just washed them and dried them, I'd be stiff legging it for 8 to 10 hours, right? So I could stretch them out for the next day. The next day they'd be as comfortable as can be. Well, no longer. I can put them on now, and they're fine. They just fit, which is
that's
great.
Good. That's fantastic. See,
thank you, thank you.
So my problem,
you guys don't have this problem though. I wear a belt, and my pants still fall down, but if I go to the next notch up, it's too tight, and the buckle digs into my gut and causes like blisters.
Oh, yeah, I got that.
So I started tucking in actually both shirts behind my belt buckle to act as padding to save my skin.
I've done that.
I don't do any tucking of any sort.
What's funny is I don't tuck to try and hide the fat, right? And then I'm the size where if you're the size where people don't ever even talk about your weight, because there's like a spectrum here. People don't talk about your weight when you're normal sized, and then you get overweight, and then there's a whole realm of weight where people start talking about it. And it's not them warning you. Maybe they're just like, oh, hey, are you a new job, or did you get married? Whatever. There'll be some kind of comment. I'm outside of that realm. You leave that realm and you get big enough where people don't even bother.
Yeah,
they're like, oh, well, he definitely knows.
He gave up.
Yeah, he gave up.
Yeah, so I'm that size, and it makes it. I don't know. I decided that I'm like, all right, well, I can be this fat and have a triple long shirt that's untucked and hope that my butt crack doesn't show, or I'm just going to tuck all this in. I'll put my belt on. I'll try and stand up as straight as possible, and people will see how big my gut is, even though I don't know. If anyone was surprised, that would surprise me, I should say.
My problem is that, like, my torso is really long and my legs are short. So if I tuck anything in, it makes me look 1,000 times fatter than I actually am. It's so annoying. I stopped tucking like 10 years ago.
Because your torso.
I'm glad I have the job I have, like a software engineer. Like, you can dress like garbage pretty much, and that's what I do. Like, if I had to work at a job where I had to dress up every day, forget it. I guess I'd have to wear like a coat or something, but it makes my stomach look huge when I have to tuck in.
Dude, my goal is to and so like we've mentioned, before, and I've mentioned before, I'm fortunate enough to have a weird body type where it holds the weight okay. So since my shoulders are so wide, maybe that helps compensate a little bit for how ridiculously large my midsection is. But the problem is when I tuck stuff in, like I've got the Dunlop disease where my belly's Dunlopped over the belt, people are like, well, that's weird. He's got a belt in the back, but not the front. And so, yeah.
Well, that's because the top of the pants and the belt are folded over.
But what I found
nobody
is
can see
They
the
go
belt.
into another dimension. The belt, the front of the belt.
yeah, I don't even know where the front of the belt is half the day. But if one thing I've noticed though is that something that helps with that a lot is if you have multiple shirts and you've got some thickness behind that belt, it'll help.
How many shirts we talking? Because
curvature.
I've done 2 and it doesn't help me at all.
I normally have 2. Sometimes it's 3. Sometimes
17 shirts.
Yeah. Yeah.
The whole George collection from Walmart would do it.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do have my interview clothes are all George. Okay.
Yeah, no, like I show up at an interview decked out in George.
You know what's funny? I've driven to interviews before where I've had to stop and pick up another George clothing and put it on in the car before I go in for the interview.
Oh man! So my uniform, because like I talked about before, I wear the same shirt pretty much every day, and I wear the same pants. Not like the exact same, but the same kind, right? And yeah, my uniform for about a year and a half was George polos.
Yeah.
You know
but
what?
I've upgraded to the one from Kohl's. I forgot the name of it.
Oh, man.
But it's they have a 2XLT, which George does not.
Because
And
George
2XLT is
doesn't
so
get
nice.
it. So you know what?
No, George does not understand me.
When I met those guys back when I was little pooping, Fred and George, they told me they were going
Fred and
places.
George.
Well,
Backstory. I used to talk to my finger puppets, and I used my index fingers, and I made Fred and George. And apparently, I would talk to them quite often. But I caught my son doing that, so I think it's genetic.
What? He did?
yeah, it's definitely genetic.
Caden started. I didn't teach him how to play Fred and George when he was playing with his finger
Did he
puppets.
say Fred and George? The
No.
name too?
He was just
okay.
making them talk, and I was like,
Where's Thumbkin or something?
they were just talking to each other, his 2 fingers, and I was like, I think something beautiful is happening, Jess. I was like, I can't stop this. This is good.
Let's get into our weeks because time is ticking.
Time is a ticking. Who
Time
wants
is
to
not
go
our
first?
friend. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So, not because I'm especially proud of this week. So I was sick the last episode.
It's okay. You know what? You can be proud. I just want to tell you that.
Yeah,
because
thank you.
I'm proud of you.
We won't take the wind from your wings. Don't worry.
Don't take the wind from
you
my
worry.
wings. Don't take my wings from my plate. So I have I've been sick this whole week. I was sick last week. I'm sick this whole week. If it goes another whole week, I'm probably going to go to some sort of doctor and be like, "Hey, what's this?" And he's going to go, "You should lose weight," because that's what they always say. But anyway, I've been like, I want to say bloated or constipated or something. I don't know. I don't even know when the last time I pooped was. But all that to say that I exercise as much as I could. Excuse me, probably 4 times, I think. And what I've been doing when I've been there is more stairs, about 30 minutes of stairs. And then I'll go to the elliptical and do 15, and then like 8 minutes on the treadmill, just like a 3 mile an hour, fast walk. Which might not be a fast walk for you, Shane, but when you're my size, that's a fast walk. And so I've been doing that. Did that 4 times. Stand under my caloric goal every day, but some days were just like vastly under the goal. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I've got this sick feeling in my stomach. I'm still on those. What do you call those? Antibiotics.
Antibiotics.
Yeah. Still on those, and it feels like, I don't know, they're making me like swell up and sick. So
Yeah, that does. The antibiotics does that to you. Makes you weak too.
They
Makes
make
you
you
what?
feel swole.
Makes you weak.
I felt it really. I thought it was in my head, but yeah, I kind of felt that way.
Yeah, it takes a lot of energy out of you.
So yeah, so that was pretty much it. I did stay on my goals. I exercised 4 times. I didn't exercise 4 times. I went to the gym 4 times. Well, I guess that was I did a lot of walking at work, but I don't know if I consider that extracurricular exercise.
If it was extra, then yes. If not, it was normal.
Yeah, it wasn't extra. No, when we get about 5.5 miles every day at work.
Wow.
It's a big building.
good.
We have to walk to the other side of the building to check a computer to see if a run is done.
How'd you guys get so fat then? You must have been eating like maniacs.
Well, you only walk 3 days a week.
Yeah, and then the rest of the 4 days
you're doing a lot of throat
you're
clearing. I just want to acknowledge it for our audience.
Yeah.
Mark's clearing his throat like crazy.
I need to install a cough button.
Okay,
Here, let me try. I have a pad.
What were you going to say, Mike?
All right, was that better?
Yeah. Okay. What do you say, Mike?
No, I was saying we spent 4 days. We spent 4 days. It's 4 days thinking we're in recovery, like from like a major operation because we worked 3 12-hour days.
I don't. You know what? In my defense, for some reason, when I would go work at festivals and stuff, it'd be like 3 to 5 16-hour days, and it'd be really difficult and hard, and it would take a long time to recover when I came back. But I don't know why. For some reason, maybe I was thinking less than I think at work now, but I just didn't feel like. I don't know. I guess I didn't feel as like withdrawn from or depleted, I should say, when I was doing that.
Yeah, because every after our weekend, your Mondays, my Tuesdays, we literally recover. Like it's not like we sleep in, but you just wake up and then you're just like a zombie.
And the problem is, like, it's not physical work. Like, you guys aren't doing construction. You're just walking a lot.
I'd rather do construction. That was easier. I don't understand why this is. I don't understand why it's because it's a lot of thinking. There's like, people need to think less. We need to cut it out.
Okay, there's a lot of thinking. What about my job is all thinking.
Yeah, but it's also all sitting.
You can stand too. You can stand too. I mean, so just because you got to think and walk, that makes it harder.
Yeah, I can't do two things at once. Look at me.
It's a stressful deadline, sort of. Well, I mean, I'm sure your job is too, but yeah, it's a stressful deadline.
Well, I guess what my point is, exercise, and it'll relieve some of that tension. Even though you're too tired to exercise, just try to push through it.
Yeah, sounds lame. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, okay.
Forget it.
All right,
that
so
sounds
cancel the podcast. Cancel the podcast.
Turn it off.
Yeah.
I'm going to die at the weight I am now or more.
So what grade would you give your week?
I'll go with a B. We'll do a nice solid mid B.
What are you going to do different next week?
I'm going to start incorporating more clean foods because I'm at
Is that a fart? Did you mean?
No, I'm going to start incorporating clean foods. That is such a long boo. I don't know if it makes it better or worse.
Probably it depends on the situation. That was probably terrible.
Depends on the situation. Anyway, I'm going to incorporate more clean eating. I'm also going to start window. So before I'm, because I want to get to a point where I'm like 50-50 clean eating and then, 60-40 and then 80-20. But I want to walk into that. But I want to get to the intermittent fasting before I get to the clean eating because I want to compare how effective time restricted feeding is, regardless. Because there was a study done with mice, with a certain species of mice, and what they did was they had two groups of mice. They had one on a restricted diet, and they could eat as much, or they could eat all day. I think they would be limited on the amount of food, but they could eat basically their favorite food all day. And then this other group could, I mixed that up. I'm so sorry. They could eat their favorite food, but it was time restricted. And then so there was another group that what they had with these mice was they had them eat really clean. So there was basically the intermittent fasting group that was eating kind of garbage, and then there was the eating clean group that had a normal 3 to 6 meals a day or whatever. And they both lost. Or I think they both lost weight, but the intermittent fasting group actually lost like 3% more weight. And that was eating, it wasn't like they were eating Oreos, right? But they were eating something that was, carby and sugary and they really enjoyed.
Yeah, so here's what I would say. I've done intermittent fasting. It's okay. But it is a gimmick, right?
A gimmick?
It's a gimmick.
I think we were designed to intermittent fast. I think our bodies were made for that.
What I mean by gimmick is, that's a gimmick, keto's a gimmick. All these things are gimmicks. You should just be focusing on lower calories, more exercise until you got it down packed before you start doing something hardcore like intermittent fasting.
Well, intermittent fasting isn't very hardcore.
Well, why haven't you done it yet then?
Well, I have done it before. It was
okay. Why didn't you stick to it then?
And didn't care anymore.
So I don't know. Do you see what I'm saying? Like it's got to be sustainable, right? So here's what's going to happen.
Well, all these other things, other things stopped too when I had kids. The eating clean stopped, and the meal prepping stopped. And
yeah. Okay. Well, so that's why you shouldn't add more difficulty on this, because you're going to say, okay, I'm not eating anything for breakfast, right? I'm just not going to eat till noon. All of a sudden, the family wants to go out to breakfast. Now you got to eat breakfast.
Oh, we don't do that. We get up too late, Shane.
Well, you know what I'm saying. Like you're gonna blow it somehow. I would say here's what I would do if I were you. And here's what I'm probably gonna do. I'm gonna go as far as I can by limiting calories. Once I hit a major plateau for probably like 2 or 3 weeks, then I might think about changing things up. But not until like I'm really solid in knowing that this is what I'm doing and I'm not going to stop doing it, right?
Right, yeah.
What I mean by that is like losing weight. Like I'm losing weight no matter what.
Yeah, but 2 or 3 weeks that's a long time to be making no progress in my mind, right?
Yeah, well, that's why we've failed all the rest of the times. It's because it's because you're wanting that to go by really fast.
Yeah.
There's no quick way. There's no quick way. You have to slow and steady. And
no quick way. Tell that to my thinspiration guy.
I mean, intermittent fasting's cool. You can try it, but you're gonna have to stick with it if you start it.
Well, that's the thing. So the difference between keto and intermittent fasting, you can just decide to stop doing intermittent fasting, and then 3 days later be like, no, never mind, I'm going to do that again. But with keto, you can't, because there's a time limitation to before your body actually enters ketosis.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about that stuff more, I guess. Let's try to get through the weeks and hopefully have time, and we can do a whole intermittent fasting episode. Like, I've read a lot about it, and I've done it. I have thoughts.
I've done it accidentally, and that's probably.
Well, no, I do. I mean, half of my week is intermittent fasting just because I don't feel like eating breakfast. So, I mean, it's just
there you go. You're doing it already.
It's not the 8:16 window. So the point being that I would like to get to the 8:16 window at some point.
Yeah, I would probably go to the clean eating first and then do the intermittent fasting.
Well, but then I don't get a control. I don't get to test the effective of intermittent fasting on not very clean food.
So that's where we fail.
Obviously, my results are anecdotal, so they're not going to go in a freaking medical journal. But
I know, but we have to move on because we're going to run out of time. But
all right,
I guess my problem is that you're going to throw something in there. You're trying to test. I don't think you're at a point where you can start testing things out yet.
Why not?
Because you just got to lose more weight. You got to get more into it.
Says who?
You're only working out 4 days a week.
Yeah.
I know you were sick, but there's other things you can do more versus that right now.
Yeah, but then my results won't be controlled.
Okay.
Controlled results.
All right, who wants to go
also
next?
Shane, chemistry. One last line. Chemistry is vastly different when you're 350 pounds. So, it is like I work out 4 days a week, but it's like 700, 800 calories each time. So, it is a different. It is like a. I mean, I also eat pizza and Oreos. So.
Yeah. But
actually, I've been clean. I've been eating pizza and Oreos for 2 weeks now, boys.
Oh wow,
boy, I have that carb craving.
And we're 4 weeks in.
Well, if you guys don't mind, I'll just go next real quick. My week was short. Monday
Your
I
week was
worked.
the same length as all of ours.
No.
It was 7
My
days.
my story's short. Get out of here with that.
Oh, okay.
So Monday I had to work. I came home. Tuesday, and I will say I started eating cleaner, 0-calorie drinks, water, no soda, and cleaner eating. So we got a bunch of stuff like to make wraps. I need to find the low-calorie wrap stuff, or the tortillas, or
They're called carb balance.
Carb balance. That's what I need to find. I couldn't track them down for some reason. But so anyway, I got a bunch of stuff for salad. Cut up a bunch of onions, a bunch of cucumbers, and I had cucumbers in a baggie, and I was snacking on them when I got hungry, and it turned out pretty good. I like cucumbers a lot, so I had no problem with that. So I've been doing a lot of clean eating. Tuesday night, we drove up to Chicago for an appointment for my son on Wednesday. So it was an 8-hour doctor's appointment, his team appointment. So all these different doctors come in, talk to him, so we don't have to go to 10,000 different doctors. We just go to this one place. And so we stayed in that place for 8 hours, got lunch there. I had a really good sized salad, and I used a low-fat dressing, not a lot of it, just a little tiny drizzle. And I had a vitamin water, honestly, like a 0-calorie vitamin water with it because I was tired. But, I mean, that's about it. And then we came home, and I went back to work. And then I only had a couple mornings where I didn't have access to anything, or I should say access. I didn't have much time, so I had donuts in the morning, which is terrible. But other
How
than
many
that,
donuts?
Boo! How many donuts?
How many donuts did you have?
Like 5 or 6 both days.
What
The
kind of
mini
donuts? What they taste like?
Mini donuts. Get out of here! They're the mini frosted donuts, and
Mini frosted donuts?
yeah. So
Tell me
based
what
on
they taste like. What was the first bite like?
it wasn't good. I didn't enjoy any of it. I
Really?
felt terrible. I felt terrible.
What did you think? What did you think about these donuts?
What I think about them? I don't want them. I didn't want them. I didn't enjoy them. I wanted I just wanted some eggs, and I pre-cooked a bunch of eggs, and then the kids and I ate them before I got to
How
them.
was donuts your only choice?
Because I wake up at
Because I live in Dunkin' Donuts.
because I live in Dunkin' Donuts. No, I get up at 4 a.m. and I have to leave by 4:30, and that's a half-hour drive to where I work, and I don't want to get up earlier. I really don't. I don't want to get up at 3:30.
I don't think you have to get
So you're
up
saying
early,
so that you're saying they were your only choice because they were the only thing that was prepared.
Yes, prepared and convenient.
Well, how about get some frozen egg sandwiches or something, which aren't the best, but they're better than donuts.
Yeah,
They are better than donuts.
And they take a minute and 30 seconds to cook.
You know what I eat for breakfast whenever it's available in my fridge is 4 to 6 ounces of chicken breast, because that tastes way better than generic regular breakfast items. Eggs and sausage are just not great. They're
I shot
taste
for. I
terrible.
made a bunch of eggs up, and I wanted to make wraps for breakfast, and I ran out of my supply before my work weekend.
What's
Turns
that
out-
quote? Sweat in preparation or bleed in battle.
Wait, how many donuts did you have each day? I booed you and I didn't hear it.
Yeah, 5 or 6
Each day?
in the morning. Yeah,
Wait a second.
that's my breakfast.
12 donuts in 2 days?
12 of them, 2 days.
A
And they're not
dozen
full-
of donuts?
They're not full donuts. They're the tiny.
That's crazy.
No,
Yeah.
they're the tiny mini frosted donuts. They're not full size.
Okay.
You're
I
like,
mean, how many
wait.
calories were they?
You just go on living your day and you think you're okay, but you're not.
How many calories were they?
gosh, I don't know. There were a lot.
Let's look right now. They were the frosted mini donuts, huh?
Okay. Wait.
We got the ones from Aldi. I don't know if that matters.
How many calories are in the donuts?
All right.
All right.
It looks like, let's see, the frosted mini donuts.
Wait. Let Michael guess.
Oh, yeah, Michael, guess.
67.
And, oh. Okay. No, it's not 67. In fact, per serving, it is 270 calories.
And how many is in a serving?
What's a serving?
And one serving is, oh, hold on, it's loading. One serving is, oh, here we go. Here, found a picture. 3 donuts.
Ah!
So you've lost this round, Mike. 3
Thanks for
donuts is
playing. You're still fat.
270
You'll
calories.
always be fat.
Oh, I'll do better next time.
Okay.
So over the course of 2 days, 12 of those donuts, that is, what, three, that's four donuts. That was roughly 1,000 calories.
Oh my god. Well, that's over 2 days. 500 calories each.
That's 2 days.
500
But,
calories for breakfast.
Yes.
Okay,
But-
that's not the worst thing in the world.
No.
But I just can't believe I'm hearing that you eat the donuts where you're trying to lose weight and you're eating donuts.
Donettes.
Well, yeah, they're mini, Shane.
Yeah, they're tiny. So that means
It's just like if you
they're
eat,
safe.
Oh my
if you eat
They're
thin,
basically
thin
they're-
Oreos.
They're basically diet donuts, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because effort and success are always relative to what you would like to have done. So
Gotcha.
if you wanted to eat 20 donuts and you ate 10, then that is a win. That is a 50% margin there.
oh my gosh.
That is right.
I can't. Okay, well, let's move on from that little mistake. And how did your exercise go?
So who's
Mistake.
thinking
You're
that was a
starting to sound like
mistake?
Mom.
Yeah, mom. No, the exercise went well though. I did that workout twice this week. The same workout. I have no problem doing the same workout and just working my muscles to fatigue. So
Twice this week.
I did that twice. I'm still sore.
You guys ever think that it's like
I'm moving.
cruel?
I'm moving for the first time in my life, and my body's like, "What are you doing?"
You guys
What
ever
did
think it's cruel and ironic that the word fat is in fatigue? Just thought.
Yeah. So
Never thought about it.
So did you only do those 2 workouts?
I did that twice, and then pretty much it was a wash on the it was a wash on the doctor visits because we just sat there all day. So,
Okay, so you had 4 days, and 1 day was at the doctor's, right?
Yes.
3 days were not.
2
at the
days we're at
doctor's.
the doctor's.
Essentially 2 days. Well, I drove up to Chicago on Tuesday, just pretty much went straight to bed, and then left the next day, the following day. No, we left straight. We drove straight home from the doctor. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's good that you did the 2, but you should have probably got at least 1 more in.
one more would have been great. That's what I wanted.
Do you think if
to
he
do.
did 3, it would have been better if he did 4, Shane?
I mean, I'm busting out like 14 workouts a week, so I don't know. I guess I can't say anything.
I can't wait.
I will
can't
say-
wait till I get to Shane level of fat, because then I'm going to start just tearing it up. Oh man, to be 280 pounds again.
And
coming.
yeah, why
We're
can't you
coming
tear
for
it up without it?
Oh, because it's
No.
just an immense amount of pain.
I'm in pain every day. That's all I am. is pain.
Here's a complaint I have. In the hotel, I tried hooking my laptop up to the HDMI port in the TV. The TV couldn't get to the inputs.
Yeah.
You have to hack into the
your
TV
laptop
to get to the
screen's
inputs.
Big enough.
What's that?
Your laptop screen's big enough, and the workout videos you could do right in your gym. And the gym also probably had the hotel. The hotel probably had a gym
Oh, that it did.
and a
just didn't
swimming
have
pool.
No, it didn't have no pool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
Right.
don't.
It just
we
had-
don't
it had
have
like
Beverly, we don't
it
have
had a
Beverly
treadmill.
Hills hotels out here, Shane.
It
Gotcha.
had a treadmill, an elliptical, a TV, and some kind of weight machine. I didn't really check it
Dang,
out.
that's more than you need.
Yeah.
They got all kinds of stuff up there.
But I wanted the donuts instead, and I
Yes,
took
I was
them.
gonna say.
I waited for the donuts.
So you know what was in there? You just didn't use any of
Correction. Correction. Diet donuts.
it. Diet
That
donuts. All right. So how would you grade your week?
Oh, a solid C plus.
C plus. What are you
Because
going
the
to do
rest of
next
the time,
week
the rest of the
different?
time I was eating clean, and I kid you not, this is going to be gross. TMI for some people. I spent Saturday morning from 2 to 5. I don't know if I was sick or if my body was actually healthy for the first time and purging. Saturday morning from 2 to 5, I pooped my brains out.
No, your body was trying to get the donuts out of it.
Trying to get the
before they did
donut
their
back out.
damage.
Yeah,
I guess so.
that was
All right.
pre-donut. That was pre-donut. The poop was.
So your eating was good. So congratulations on that.
I did.
And then your workouts a little bit lacking, but you know you can fix that next week.
Hey guys, I found a donut called Zero Guilt Sweets, and apparently it's a low carb, protein, low sugar, blueberry, chocolate chip, PB, strawberry, apple, funfetti. Oh, these are flavors here.
Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't sound good at all.
But you ready for this? You ready for this? 1 dozen is $22 plus shipping.
Oh wow!
$22 donut, sign me up. That's a deal.
Well, it's a good thing they're not 30.
Yeah, it's good.
So-
I saved at least $8 on them.
All right, so I'll go with my week. I'll give you a good job. Maybe I'll bump you up to a B. How's that sound?
Oh, we'll see at the weigh-in.
Yeah. All right. So my week. Let's talk eating here.
So you worked out
Calories.
24 times.
I worked out 14 times, but we'll get to that in a minute. So my daily average calories over the week was 1,802. My goal is 1,800, so that works out. My average protein is 157, which that's a little bit hard to get, but I did it. Average carbohydrates 130, which is a little high, but more than I want. The net carbs, because I have 38 fiber, is like 99 or something, 100. So I'd like to keep it around 75, my net carbs, but I went a little high in my carbs, so that wasn't the greatest.
Do you track these on MyFitnessPal? Is that what you're looking
Yeah,
at?
I do. Yep. Yeah, you can like see your weekly averages and stuff.
I didn't know that.
So yeah, that's how it went. So eating was okay. I did eat more clean this time. A lot of yogurt and chicken and tuna, eggs, all that good stuff. So that was good. And then working out, yeah, basically I wake up at 4:45 every morning, go work out at the gym, and then come home and work out at home 2 times a day every day.
You got the Brock Lesnar thing going on here.
Yep.
Well, Brock works out for 8 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah, so 2 hours. So I get about an hour and a half in. So it's close to an hour in the morning, and then about 30 minutes at night. And my goal now is 600 calories or 700 calories in the morning, and 800 calories or 800 at night, 400 or 300 at night. So basically, 1,000.
You already
calories
said
a day.
800. You already said 800.
So 1,000 calories a day is what I'm trying to burn. Which is it's working out well. It's pretty easy, if you ask me.
Hey, do you wear your heart thing whenever you exercise?
Yeah, so actually I was going to bring that up, and I'm glad you did because I almost forgot about it. So that Bluetooth HRM thing that we have links all over to, it connects to your phone, but it also has a thing called Ant Plus on it. I believe that's what this technology is. And it automatically connects to all the exercise machines. So it reads my heart rate on the exercise machine from my strap. And that's automatic. You don't have to do anything to set that up. Yeah.
What?
It's just
it's like near
it's a wireless signal it's sending
communication
out.
type of thing?
Yeah, and it gets it. So every workout machine I've been on knows my heart rate from that. So that's how I'm tracking my calories.
Man, you know how awkward it is when I'm on a treadmill and I'm trying to grab those things?
You got to grab those things, yeah.
And I slow down. And
so you don't even... Oh, go
too
ahead.
fat? Am I too fat to wear this?
No.
It goes around your chest?
Yeah.
My chest is like 56 inches. Do you think it'll...
It'll be fine. I had to, make mine smaller. to fit on me. Yeah, get it. But you don't even have to get the Bluetooth one. You can just get any one. I think you're looking for the Ant Plus like transmitter on it. So it can
It's
connect
called
to the,
Ant Plus?
I believe so. I think that's the one it is. I don't know if that's the Bluetooth technology or the... But anyways, just look up, a universal heart rate monitor that's going to connect to equipment.
Gym Link connects polar heart rate to monitors and polar heart rate monitors to activity tracker with compatible gym equipment. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I found like all the equipment in my gym is compatible, which is crazy.
Okay, so apparently it's called Gym Link. How did you know that it was connecting?
I just like looked and my heart rate was there. I was like, what?
You weren't touching the
I wasn't
machine?
touching the things. And then it was the same as what was on my phone. I was like, oh, it's connected. That's cool.
That's awesome. I have been wanting to get one. I think I might. Becky wanted me to tell her what I would like for my birthday. I thought about putting that on a list.
It was actually my birthday gift that I put on my list.
What?
Oh, congrats.
Yes.
Full circle.
Wow.
Yes.
What a small world
There's
we
two
live in,
sizes.
guys.
There's extra small and small, and then medium, XX large. Now this says XX large. I'm hopeful that means like really fat, because shirts that say XX large don't
It'll fit
very
you,
well.
and if it doesn't, you can gimmick it to work somehow.
You can just tape
It's
it
just
to
a
your chest.
stretchy-
You think I could just glue this thing to my
Just
chest?
Glue it to like an Iron Man chest.
Well, it has like a little strap on it, and it just has a little hook that you put on, kind of like a bra. So you
Oh, really?
you can get an extender.
Oh.
You mean a bro?
Yeah. But yeah, it works out pretty cool.
We just get our bros on and get our heart rate up.
So does this thing, is it at like nipple height, or does it matter where it sits?
Yeah, you got to put it like right in your middle of your chest, right between your.
Oh, it's not going to stay
boobs.
there. Man, that sucks. I just don't think it'll stay there. We'll see.
I don't see why it wouldn't.
I can just
why
return
would
it
you
to
be
Amazon.
the only person it doesn't work on?
Well, I don't think a lot of people use this. In fact, I've only seen people that have like firm chests wearing these. If I'm being
Well,
honest.
I don't have a firm chest, and I'm using it. It's fine. I mean, the other option is you get so here's me writing blog posts about don't get tech stuff, and here's me on the treadmill with my Fitbit monitoring my heart rate and my chest thing monitoring my heart rate.
Wait, oh, so
And,
you have
and a
Fitbit?
blood pressure monitor
All
on
right.
the side.
So no, I had a question.
Yeah.
This is good. I had a question. So Fitbit claims that it monitors heart rate and blood pressure, right? Do you have that one?
No, it's just heart rate.
Just heart rate? Is it accurate?
Yeah, they're about the same.
What? That's cool, man. I got a Fitbit for a little bit, like a week, and it actually hurt my skin. My skin started getting really
it's a
irritated.
Fitbit. It's a Fitbit Charge 2 that I have. So you have to get the one with the heart rate monitor on it, right? It can't just be any Fitbit.
Yeah. I got the
Yeah.
one that had a monitor heart rate. That's why I picked that one.
Yeah.
And yeah, I wore it for a week, and it actually it ate away at my skin, and it turned all like red and purple underneath it. And,
Yeah, mine did the same, but it's just like you can change the straps out. So you got to find a strap that works for you.
Well, shoot, I wish I would have known that before I returned it.
Yeah. But so that's why I post my Fitbit workout stats instead of my other one, because now I don't have to run two apps, because the Precor machine that I run on, it gets my heart rate and tells me how many calories I'm burning, so I don't usually run the Polar app at the same time, so I can watch something or listen to something without having that app up. Yeah, and it works out pretty good.
Oh, you have to have the Polar app up to use your heart rate monitor?
If you want to use it on your phone. But if you're just on a
Oh.
machine, you don't need it up. I haven't opened it in a couple weeks now because it just connects to the machine.
Maybe I'll find a band I like, because I want something that notifies me when I get texts and stuff too. So maybe I'll find a wrist thing that's got a pretty well-trusted heart rate monitor on it.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I will say is like knowing your calorie burn and not guessing. It is kind of still guessing, right? But it's got a little bit more data with your heart rate.
Right.
And knowing that when you go, like, I just know I'm going to run on this thing till I burn 500 calories, and then I'm going to go lift weights for another 200 calories or so. And then cool downs and stuff. By the time we get home, it's 700 calories burned in the morning. And that's how I engage my workouts. It's much better than time.
That's awesome.
So that was my week. My week was good. I think it went well.
What's your grade?
What's your grade?
I'll give it a B just because it's not 100% clean.
So what'd you eat that you don't want to tell us you ate this week?
Yeah. What are you hiding there, mister?
Let me think. I didn't eat anything bad this week, really.
Michael confessed the donuts. I ate a taco from Taco Bell.
Congrats.
Well, like I said, the only thing I had too many carbs that I didn't want.
What are you eating normally? Are you cooking chicken and veggies and prepping them, or what do you eat normally?
Yeah,
because you're getting your protein, right? You're getting 156 grams. You said protein.
So like I'm drinking muscle milk like a madman.
Mm-hmm.
I happen to have so my wife and I were drinking muscle milk like every day. We're drinking 2 a day. So I ended up Amazon subscribing and saving them, and we stopped drinking them, and now we have a whole collection of muscle milk that I've got to drink by March 13th or something like that, right?
Oh boy!
So I have 3 boxes that are sitting there. So I'm just drinking muscle milk like crazy. I do like it too. So it's muscle milk and yogurt, the 000 yogurt. That's where I get a lot of protein from. Tuna fish. And then, like, if I'm at work, I'm trying to think what I ate last week. That was bad. I don't think I ate anything bad. Like, I'll get a sandwich from Subway or something, I guess.
But no Oreos and pizza?
No pizza?
Oreos or pizza. No.
When's the last time you had Oreos or pizza?
Pizza I had, like, 2 weeks ago. But I only had 2 slices.
Only 2 slices? What kind of monster are you?
Oreos I haven't eaten.
Well, hold on. Was this
I haven't had an Oreo in a year or something.
Was this a 2-foot pizza, Shane?
Nope. It was a normal medium pizza, 2 slices, 600 calories.
What was it wearing?
It was a veggie one.
Okay. I want to do. It'd be nice if later on maybe we all did our own research and touched later on the heart rate constituting calorie burn, because this is actually a new thing for me. I've really only heard this from you and from watching DDP yoga videos, and so I'm really curious about it, because I've always been told like your weight and muscle mass constitutes your calorie burn, but if your heart rate constitutes it, like I just want to know, is that a reliable measurement? Because I'm very interested in using it. I'm just curious in the science behind it as well. So maybe we can touch on that in another episode.
Yeah,
to me, it seems like common sense, though.
That your heart rate would, I mean,
yeah.
Think about this. Like my heart rate, if I'm slightly stressed, my heart rate will go up to 120, and that's within my quote unquote fat burning zone. So, like me just sitting being stressed out, is that burning calories?
It kind of is, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I'm
not challenging the idea with that. That's
there's things with like they're called METs, right? But it doesn't even matter. So think about this: Fitbit built it into their system. Polar has it in their system. The Precor thing has it in their system. So all these things have it in their system. It's got to be something to it.
Yeah, or it's snake oil.
Ooh. Or so I don't think there's any research needed.
Well, I'll do some research. Okay, I'm just curious.
Here's why this bugs me. It's just because, let's say I'm not burning 1,000 calories a day, even though I think I am. I'm burning 850.
Right.
Okay. It's not. Maybe it's not perfect, but it's more than what I was doing. Right. So think of it as units. Don't think of it as calories. I'm burning 1,000 units. So I got to try to burn 1,000 units. And as I get smaller, it's going to be harder to do that every time. So I have to work harder and harder and harder to burn 1,000 units.
Oh,
of things.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not challenging the idea that it's effective or not as a linear form of measurement. I'm actually just curious about why. Like the science behind it. That's all. I'm not challenging whether or not it's a reality.
Yeah. Well,
I'd just like to understand it. That's
I'd be careful of just getting in those details because they don't mean anything. Like if you were to read it and says, "Oh, it's not that accurate," would you all of a sudden not get a heart rate monitor?
Well, no, I want a heart rate monitor anyway because I feel like my heart rate gets too high.
Yeah, I mean, it's just data, and data is good to have no matter what it comes in.
But
right?
quality data is better.
Well, it is, but what's perfect? So I know when I get to 170, I'm pretty much dying. It's really hard for me to do anything else. So I like to stay in a certain heart rate range, and that's where I'm uncomfortable, but not too uncomfortable to keep moving. And that's also how, like when I'm doing my intermittent interval training, that's just how I know how much to do. Is my heart rate goes up.
Right. Yeah. So mine will hit 170. Well, according to the machine, if I'm holding onto the things, if I'm doing intermittent, if I'm doing HIIT training, I'll go. I mean, it'll get to the work part, and I'll start. It'll take 2 seconds, and it'll be up to like 170, 175, and then it might go even higher. But my thing is like I'd like to know where that is, because I read that your maximum heart rate should be. Isn't it like 220 minus your age?
Something like that, yeah.
220 minus 30 would be 190. So if I hit 190, like that's it. Done for. I should stop. I should chill out, right? So that's the main reason I want a heart rate monitor. But the fact
but
that
you should only be doing 80% of your max.
Oh, well, what's that?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you this. When my wife was sick and she got strep throat and her heart rate went up to about 180 at resting. It wasn't there very long, but they sent her straight to the ER because they essentially said, I mean, obviously she was sick, but they said if it would have stayed that way for X amount of time, which I didn't really catch that she could have had a heart attack.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
170 is high. I mean, you should really not be going that high.
Okay, so 80% of my max is 152.
Yeah, you should be like, so when I'm normally going in there, I'm going hard. I'm at like 160 at the most, but that's even hard to get to. So my normal high is like 155 or something like that. And my average is 130 when I'm working out.
Oh yeah, 140 to 150 is like that's my resting. Like I'm coming back down to rest. Well, and that's the thing too. That's why I want to get a monitor, because I want to be able to trust the numbers a little more. Because I'm a believer in like, go, push till you die. Go push through it. That way you can push through better later. But if there is a dangerous number, I do want to know where that number is and what it feels like when I get there. So
yeah.
And
it's just nice to have these other things to pay attention to. So my heart rate, every 2 minutes I'm changing it up, and that makes the time go by really fast. There's just other things to pay attention to. All right, cool. So yeah, we've been talking a lot again. We got to get these shows shorter, I tell you. So let's go ahead.
Fine. I mean, we do one a week, and so we need that to stretch out for 5 work commutes.
I guess so. Let's weigh in. Who wants to go first?
You know what? Let me go first this time. Give me the scale,
Mike. So let's all go. Let's all diddle-loo go back to last week, where we said we were all trying to get out of the bracket that we were in, the 10 bracket, right? So we
want to go to the next 10, right?
Mm-hmm. What were you at, Mike? You were at 233 or something? 333.
332.8.
233.
It's actually on the on our chat here that I'm looking at.
332.8.
Mm-hmm.
And our goal for you was to get to 229, okay? And then
329.
I keep saying 2.
Yeah, you think I'm you.
So, all right. So, can Michael get in the 320s today?
Can we do it?
Let's get that scale out.
Give me that scale.
Oh, it's clean. Someone must have wiped it down.
328.7.
All right.
I did it.
Congratulations. Hold on.
Give me my applause. Give me my cheers.
I'm trying to find it. Okay, there it is.
Thank you. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. Without you.
What is it? 328.7.
328.
328.7. Oh, that's so awesome.
All right, I will go next.
So that's a loss of 4 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I did a lot of clean eating, like as clean.
Smack me in the face for talking about working out. That's good.
Well, Michael also said he had 3 hours of diarrhea on a day, so.
I cheated.
Okay, Mark's next.
Mark's
yep,
next.
I'm next. Last week I was 342.0.
So we were hoping for you to be at least 339 this time.
Yep, yeah. All right, well, let's see the scale. Oh, here it is. All right, 339.8.
Oh, he's just scraping.
Scraping. And if I'm being honest, yay, thank you. Oh, what a guy. And if I'm being honest, it was 3:41 when I woke up this morning, and so I went to the gym for an hour and then weighed again. So
gotcha.
I stretched.
You did it. You did it, though. You did it.
So Mike and Mark broke their 10s. They're out of their respective brackets there. How did I do? Let's see if I kept my
pass him that scale.
Slide that scale to Shane.
$268.5.
All right.
We all did it.
Here it is.
Woo! Yeah. Get it. I know
we
him.
We all broke through the barrier.
And thank you for playing Get Out of the Tens. We'll see you next time when we get out of the tens.
So I just have to do this 7 more times.
Yeah.
And I'm where I want to be.
I was thinking about that. So we're on episode 5, right? Week 4.
Yeah.
We're capping week 4 here. Next week we will be 10% through this season. So I was thinking about that, and I was like, okay, so I've lost. I don't even know how much I lost. What is that? It was 13 plus another 2 pounds, so 15 pounds. So if we were able to keep on the same track and things genetically don't change, we don't have plateaus or whatever, then I would be very, very close to my ultimate goal by the time we finish this season.
Yeah,
that's
I don't think my body will let that happen. We'll see. Who knows?
Slow and steady wins the race. There's no need to hurt yourself. And
I don't know. My ethics when it comes to weight loss have shifted so much. Like people, I don't know. I'll watch videos and people will be like, they'll talk about, oh, well, I just didn't eat for 6 months, and I don't reckon you don't ever want to do that. And I'm like, why are you telling me this? You make, $300,000 a year being an influencer because you did that thing, and you're not going to die when you're 35. Like I don't know. My ethics have changed, and I don't know. I don't look. I'm not like religious about what's healthy. What's a healthy means and a healthy, like. Here's the thing, like when people want, I've had people warn me about ketogenic eating, right? Like, okay, well, what's the difference between ketogenic eating and my diet, like before I started paying attention to it? No carbs or severely low carbs and likely more vegetables since I will be hungry. So, I mean, it's just, I don't know. My ethics and mindset have changed just out of being so desperate to be living a different life.
Yeah. I mean, I personally, I look at it like, I just want to take it day by day and make the better choice. And then, of course, like the donuts, sometimes I'll slip up, but I want to make it a lifestyle choice. A lifestyle habit to do the right thing most of the time. I want to do it all the time, but I'm gonna screw up. We all do.
Right. Well, yeah, small, whatever, maintainable improvements are obviously the wise choice. But the point I was emphasizing is that people, it's like a grievous sin. Oh, that guy cut his calories down to 1,000 a day. what, doctors don't like that. And, and I'm like, it's better than being 500 pounds.
Yeah, it is. Your ethics may have changed on that, but you just got to remember sustainability.
Right. And sustainability
if keto was sustainable for you, you would have been on it for a long time and you would not be here right now. Right?
Well, I've never done it before, and I didn't know about it till after I was obese. So
okay. Well, whatever. Intermittent fasting.
Points off the table.
Insert any diet you want. If it was sustainable, you would have kept it going.
Right. But the thing about the sustainability conversation is that people say, I say this all the time too, because I hear it a lot from people that I admire. They say you should only be doing what you can do the rest of your life. Like, okay, well, that's like saying I want to be in Florida, and they're like, okay, well, you should only drive the way that you can drive the rest of your life. I'm like, well, what if I drove 100 miles an hour for half the trip, and then slowed it down the other half the trip? And obviously, that's not a great analogy, but point being that why is it so important to not accelerate something for a little bit, not trying something that could be effective as long as you're going to keep your head in the right place after evaluating it?
Well, let's say you're gonna try to go drive 200 miles an hour, and you crash and die.
Yeah.
Right. That's the thing. The thing is that when you go off that keto, then all of a sudden you're not losing weight anymore. You're gaining weight. Actually, you eat one carb, you're done for. You gain weight, and then your whole thing's over. Then you're back to where you were. That's the problem.
Well, think of so the car is fat, right? It's a fat person's body. A fat car that's very inefficient on fuel, and you're dumping weight off of it. I mean, I don't know. I think it's easier. I've never been skinny, so we'll see. I feel like it'd be easier to do the things I enjoy doing physically when they don't hurt so much. And I obviously have like long sustained injuries that contribute to that, but I'm curious if those injuries will be less. I mean, will they be less present when I'm a lot smaller? I don't know. I hope they. Oh my God, I hope they will be. Oh, it'd be terrible if they're the same.
No, I get what you're saying. I'm just pointing out that sustainability is very important.
Yes. As long as you, if you have a sustainable plan.
You got to make sure your head is right before you try to do any of this stuff.
Right. Yeah. But what's wrong with taking a shortcut somewhere?
Because shortcuts never actually take you where you want to go.
Then why do we always take them?
Because we want to. We want to get there faster. So bad.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. This isn't even a point of ethics. It's a point of destination. Can I get to my destination more quickly by doing something for a few weeks? You
could get there faster if you stuck to it, but you're probably not going to stick to it, so don't even try it.
Well, no, because the change. No. Here, listen. The change you make doesn't have to be permanent. That's the point. Like, if someone wants to try, why can't someone try keto and then be like, oh, I lost some weight, but you know what? I think I'd rather calorie count and do a lot of running or whatever.
Because
fasting.
Unless you're like really steadfast in your goal and you're going to hit it no matter what, once you get off that keto, you're going to gain 5, maybe 10 pounds. Right? And that might totally throw you off and you won't get back on the diet. You'll just be depressed.
Maybe. I mean, that's what I did before. But the thing, like, I never did keto.
So what's different now?
But why risk it? Like, that's the point.
I have a podcast now. That's why.
Yeah, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about our progress here. You're down 16 pounds.
Is it 16 or 15?
Well,
I think it's 15.
Everything's rounded, so 16 pounds.
Well, yeah, everything is rounded. That's why we started this podcast.
Oh! So that's 5% of your body weight within this month. Michael's down 7 pounds, which I'm glad about. I was going to be honest. I was a little nervous about you, Mike. By last week, you only lost 2 pounds in 3 weeks, which is not good. So
I know you didn't. You couldn't actually see me, but I put my feet up on the desk as you were talking. I was like, "Well, just wait."
Yeah. And then
what? I didn't get what you just said.
I said while he was talking to me, I put my feet up on the desk and
berating
chilled out.
you.
Yeah, when he's berating me, I was like, "Just you wait."
I'll show you.
I'll show him.
I'm gonna lose more weight than you can imagine.
You're down 7 pounds, which is 2% of your body weight. By the way, anybody can see this at thebrotherfat.com/progress. And then I'm down 10 pounds, 4% of my body weight. Okay.
Nice.
What's all that to say? Here you are. You're losing weight. You lost 16 pounds, 5% of your body weight. It's not a good... what you're doing is working. Keep doing it.
The trend is good.
Well, yeah,
like
it's only working for a little bit. Well, that's what I mean. So the trend is good. The trend is down. But the trend is less... What was it this week? 2 pounds?
Yeah, but the trend's never just gonna... It's never just gonna stop unless you stop. Right?
Yeah. Point being, though, let's say I go 2 weeks only losing a pound, or 3 weeks only losing 2 pounds.
That's still a win. Isn't it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's a dump for me. I mean, I could lose or gain a pound. I mean, just with my mass as it is. Point being is, I don't see why I couldn't try accelerating something for a short period of time to see if something changes.
Okay. I mean, it'll be entertaining for us when you do that and it fails miserably.
I mean, it would be equally entertaining if it works.
Yeah.
You stick.
I would
to it.
argue that it's less entertaining if it works, but I will bring it up and I mean, I would bring it up and play the applause thing a lot and play a lot of horrible sound effects to degrade you gentlemen if it was in fact effective. But we could only measure its effectivity over a period of time, so it'd have to be the end of the year.
You remember
Like,
back
hey,
in the day, Mark, when we used to play Wheel of Fortune on the computer? Remember that game? I remember when
I actually don't remember it, but go on with your...
It was Wheel of Fortune. Because we had to figure out the word, right? And I beat you several times one time. It was an old computer game. I beat you, and every time I beat you, the song would come on. Do 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 do. So
I remember that game now.
And I remember
I don't remember it.
Oh man, you got so mad one day because I did that and I was dancing while singing that song, and you beat me up.
I think that's a lie. I don't know if I ever beat you up before.
No, it was when you were bigger than me.
Until
it was when you were
high
bigger
school.
than me. Yeah. Well,
Huh.
no, you
So-
got me good. So
I
Anyway.
just hope you heed our warning here, because this is crazy when you're losing weight and now all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm going to try something else because this is working. So
I'm not
if
trying
it's
something
not
else.
broke, let's fix it.
The conversation was, I don't see what's wrong with doing something that would accelerate.
why don't you try rehabilitating yourself with squats?
Speeding's illegal.
You ever-
Yeah, 15 a
It
day,
worked.
and you can 15 a day, and you can bring yourself to walk again.
There you go.
Anyway, yeah, we can talk more about this later, but that's just what I meant. Like, if someone, when you work overtime to get extra work done, that's just what I'm like. I don't see what's wrong with accelerating something for a short period of time, especially if it's on a trial basis.
You mean like a free 7-day trial to see if you like it or not?
This is why I'm really offended by this right now. Not personally offended, but I feel like when we're putting this podcast out there, the biggest problem with people losing weight right now is they don't know what to do, right? They're trying to figure out what to do. You got keto, you got intermittent fasting, you got the cookie diet, you got the grapefruit diet, you got all these diets out there.
Is the cookie diet real, or was that a joke you made?
No, there's there is actually a cookie diet out there.
Oh my.
It's stupid, but I guess the point is, I basically want the podcast to be these two weird things will help you lose weight, and that's eating less calories and working out more. That's what it should be.
Here's the thing, though. That's been professed for 40 years now? How come there are 60% more obese people in the world?
Because nobody's eating less and working out more.
But they know that, right?
Obviously it works because all of us are eating less and working out more, and we're losing weight, right?
Yes.
So it works.
Right,
So,
for now.
okay. Yeah, that's right. I think when you get down to your last 20, maybe 10 pounds, it might be okay to switch to keto to kind of try to get those off, but not when you still have 100 pounds to lose. You still got a long way to go before you
well,
worry
see,
about
that seems
that.
my thinking on that is like the opposite. It's like, why wouldn't you do the more drastic thing to get the bulk of what you're going on, and then figure out how you're going to live your life thereafter, right? Do you remember the old food pyramid? The one that like we were taught when we were kids?
Mm-hmm.
The very bottom, 6 to 11 servings every day, bread, cereal, rice, and pasta. That was the recommendation. They were teaching us that. At the same time, they were saying, exercise more and watch your calories. Okay, well, that's fine. If you have... Here's a science question. If you are to eat 2,000 calories a day, if you eat 2,000 calories of just bread and water, what do you think would happen? Do you think you would still lose weight?
Yeah, you would.
I don't know. I'm curious.
There was this one guy who just ate Doritos and stuff every day, and he lost weight. This is true. Like, he actually did. All he did was eat junk food every day to just prove that it's a calorie equation.
Right, but he's only one person. So that's an anecdotal truth in his life. It's relative. So that's what my emphasis isn't that these things won't work in the long run and that they're all wrong or whatever. Emphasis being that I don't see anything wrong with experimenting anecdotally as long as, like you mentioned, you keep your head in the right place and you have a base plan. Because my base plan, no matter what, why would I ever eat more calories than I should be eating? So no matter what I do, I want to stay under my caloric goal. But
it's not about when you start switching from carbs to no carbs and back. Calories are irrelevant. Your body will soak up so much water that you're going to be overweight for a long, long time. It takes a long time to get that out of your system.
Eating ketogenically, but not intermittent fasting.
No, I mean intermittent fasting is a little different.
Yeah, you're being in a fasted mode with your what is it, your insulin levels, keeping your insulin levels low.
But you don't have to get crazy with it where you're going 16. Just do 12. Do you do 12 most days?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
I was even go as far as go 10 and then go 12. Like, ramp yourself up.
Well, yeah, that's what I said earlier at the beginning of the conversation. I want to walk it up into a 16-8 schedule.
You said why not just do 16-8?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you said. You're
going to feel silly when you listen to this podcast again and you hear me earlier say more than once.
Yeah, I don't listen to you most times anyway, so that's probably what happened.
Anyway, yeah, we don't have to go on further with this. The point I was making was I just don't see a problem with accelerating your results for a short period of time. If I understand what you're saying, if you're not going to have your head on straight when you're done and it's going to set you off course, it's not worth risking it. But
exactly.
If you want to experiment with different things, like there's a guy like Levi on our group. He's a big dude. He's already lost 120 something pounds on keto. He's a listener now. Hi, Levi. He's also really funny. We should have him on the show sometime.
Yeah, he's awesome.
But anyway, it's worked well for him, and he's still going to do it because it's the only thing really he's had great results on, and I guess maybe he could want to do it. Levi, let us know. Are you going to do that forever? What's your plan afterwards? But a point being, if you've got a mountain of something to do, I don't see anything wrong with renting a backhoe for a little bit.
Yeah, there's not for a little. You get my point. My point is your mind's got to be in the right spot.
Yeah,
and when you're looking for potions and cures and stuff like that, your mind's not in the right spot. So that's why you just got to do it the normal way until you're good, and then you can start experimenting.
Yeah. What's the time tested truth? That's a big thing to keep asking yourself. With everything, not just food, but with everything. What's the time tested truth here?
Cool. Well, that was a long conversation about that. What's next?
Well, there was a question that was asked that Mark tossed out. Does anybody have any questions? And we do have a question.
Fan questions. All right, let's go.
Were you going to read it, Mike?
I can, but I got to load it up.
I thought you had this pulled up.
No. I just know we had it, and I just didn't want to miss it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to. So go ahead if you have it.
Sure. Dan asks. Excuse me. Dan asks, do you find you have more success if you eat the same meals or by switching up the foods you eat? Same with same with exercise.
I can. If
that
I
wasn't
like
a joke,
something-
by the way. At the end of it, he told. I almost said sexercise. That's why I was laughing. So never mind. So anyway, same. Like, yeah. Do you find more success if you eat the same meals over and over, or different? I'll answer this one first. In my personal history, I've had the most weight loss success prepping the same meals and having the same meals every day, and I was fine with that. But if you're cooking for your family too, and they're not on board, I'd suggest figuring out a bunch of different meals.
Yeah, I'll say so. If you read Tim Ferriss's book, which is The 4-Hour Work Week, he has a lot of 4-hour books, but read the 4-hour. I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. 4-Hour Body is what I'm thinking of. That one there, he kind of says, what's the minimum thing you should do to lose weight? One of the things is have like 20 grams of protein in the morning. We'll throw that away. But one of the other things is eat the same meal over and over again.
Really?
Find a meal you like that has the macros and the calories that you want, and make it and eat it as much as you can, because that consistency is going to help you lose weight. And that's what I found for myself too. Eating the same things over and over again is what works for me. And then as far as working out, I like to change things up a little bit, but for the most part, I like to do everything the same. As far as formulate, so it's always going to be cardio for 500 calories in the morning, and then every other. So I switched it up now where, oh man, this is something I wanted to get into, but we don't really have time. But it was all about iteration, where you just do things so long and you start to change it up to kind of formulate what you're going to do for the rest of your life. So, like, today it was cardio for 500 calories, and then I lifted weights. Tomorrow is just cardio. And then the way I lift weights now, too, is I just go to the machines that have compound things, like the thing that does your back and your triceps and the thing that does your chest and your biceps. I'm just doing those two machines, and that's it. And getting out of there. But
are you doing
point
legs
of
at
that
all?
is, that's what I'm going to try to do, the same thing as much as I can until it's done.
Nice. See, like I can pick the same meal as long as I can meet my caloric goal and it's healthy. I can eat the same meal over and over and over. If there's certain things I like in a salad or find a certain dressing, I could do that over and over. My wife would disagree, but I can do it for the most part because I'm sitting at home. But you can't rule out those times when there's an opportunity to do something different. Just make the better choice. And that doesn't necessarily mean you have to change it up every so often, but you're going to go out to eat, or you're going to go to a family event, or anywhere you go. You don't need to bring a Tupperware full of what you already eat per se. But that's what I like, and I could do the same. That workout video I've been following, I could do that forever. I have no problem doing the same thing over and over. That's why I've lasted at the job I work at per se, because I have no problem doing redundant things over and over. I don't get bored. I just know I have to do it. So my mindset is, all right, let's go ahead and just do this and make sure we're good. So that's my take on it. I don't know if that makes sense or not.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement. Just like do the same thing over and over. That's how you're going to get the best results. Because if you're changing things up, you have to figure out calories and macros and all that stuff. When you have the same thing, you know it every time. So you just go with it. Cool. That was a good question.
That was a good one. Well,
Mark's still around, or
I don't know. I think Mark's
I'm
left.
around.
Oh.
I was no joke. I pulled up this 4-hour body thing you're talking about. I was just reading a quick description on it.
Yeah,
pretty cool. I might read
so
it.
I'll give you the TLDR 4-hour body. He is the slow carb diet. It's not keto. It's slow carb. And what makes it slow carb versus low carb is that you can eat beans. So you get carbs from beans.
Bean carbs.
But the way they're digested helps you kind of lose weight faster. I don't know.
That's interesting. That's cool.
You know what? So you remember the Surreal Life, or not the Surreal Life? Was it a Celebrity Edition of Biggest Loser with Dustin Diamond?
Oh yeah,
Screech.
I know what you're talking
And he
about.
just like didn't he go out and get like Stacker 2 or something?
Yeah, I remember
What?
Stacker too. I tried taking those.
he went out and got like the Stacker 2 like weight burning pills and just ate like crap.
It was like
And he lost
celebrity weight
weight.
loss show. I forgot what name it was.
And he lost weight and made the people so mad.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh my gosh, what? That's funny. I didn't even know about this show.
Oh yeah, I'll send you that clip. It was hilarious.
That's funny.
But
Stacker
so
2.
yeah,
What?
so when in doubt, go to Stacker 2 or Stacker 3.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to switch things up.
Yeah.
You want to switch it up? Get some Stacker 3.
Oh my gosh. Hey, just a quick question before we go. I was thinking about this in the car, and I was wondering if there was a magic pill, right? And it was free even. If there was a magic pill that would make you the weight you want to be tomorrow, but you can only take it once. Do you think you would take it and risk not forging yourself into the person you need to be to maintain that through the process? Or do you think you would avoid it to try and, I guess, take the hard route, the earnest route?
See, I would take the harder route because, and you know this because me and you have played Grand Theft Auto Online, where you just pretty much pay to win, but go through the grind and actually enjoy the achievement. Otherwise, if I take the fast route, yeah, that's great and all, and I met my goal. But if I take the fast route, I'm going to fall somewhere, and I'll probably gain the weight back.
What about you, Shane? And this isn't an ethics question. I mean, literally, if some dude walked up tomorrow and had a pill and like a certification on it, and it was like, we will pay you $10 million if this thing doesn't get rid of all the weight that you want to get rid of.
Whoa, you didn't say there's money involved. Give me that 10 mil.
Yeah. Only so. Yeah.
No, that's just
How would I do
validating
it?
the effectiveness of the pill.
If he came up to me tomorrow, I would take it. If he came up to me a month ago, I would still probably take it. But it would probably not be a good idea.
I would still probably take it.
Here's what I think. I think I've been trying to lose weight for so long. I feel like my eating isn't awful, right? So I've been able to maintain what I am and not really gain anything. The only reason I gained was from chemotherapy and steroids. So I think I'm in an okay place where I could take it. I don't think I'd get back here.
You think you'd be able to maintain a sustainable weight loss. I would take it too, to be honest with you. Only because, well, firstly because it'd be quick and easy, and I'm very interested in that. But I guess as everybody is. But the other thing is that I would finally know what it is I was fighting for. Like I'd finally know what it feels like, to where like your legs aren't upset with you, and I just want to know what that feels like, right? So I heard a pastor talking, and he was talking about how with money, he was talking about like making money. He said if you ain't fighting to get it, you're fighting to keep it, and I thought about that, and I was like, oh, you know what? I think I'd rather fight to keep it. I think I'm actually interested in that portion of it, and so I think with weight loss, I do view that as wealth, or I guess health is wealth, but yeah, I would take it most definitely, and I'd rather risk taking it and knowing what it feels like to fight to get it back, than to be where I am now, where it's just a mystery of what life feels like, when you are that weight, but. Who knows? It's obviously an impossible thing, but that was a hypothetical. I was just curious if
who knows? You
guys would avoid that.
You might get that and have like such a sensational reaction that you have a heart attack.
I had yeah, this feels great. Nothing hurts. What? Oh, what a world!
I was so excited.
I was thinking
my
about
heart
how
rate went up to 190.
If like I was thinking about like if there was a cereal a serial like liposuctionist.
Like just going house to house, liposuctioning people.
Like let's say I go to bed, like I take a drink and my drink, and I'm like, oh, I'm so tired, and I go to bed and just go to sleep, and I wake up in my bathtub filled with ice, and all my fat had been stolen from me, but I was like stitched shut, and my organs were intact.
Yeah, would you be upset?
I don't think I would be upset. I think at this point right now, I'd be like, oh, there's what a treasure. Thank you,
Yeah,
thank you,
guy.
mystery man.
Mystery liposuction guy.
But yeah, I was thinking about that at the gym today. And I was like, man, if someone like swipes me with their car and like hit my, like they just hit my belly with their car and it like ripped my belly up in a way that like the doctors were like, sorry, we couldn't save the fat.
But here's the belly button.
Everything else is here. We had to remove some of the extra skin. So now you just have like a nice flat chest and tummy. And we're real sorry about that. I don't know if I'd be mad at the car guy.
Yeah. I mean, that's interesting you thought about that.
It's amazing what 15 minutes in the car will
I guess
do
we
for
can
you.
end on that one. The
Excuse me.
mystery liposuction guy. I guess that's the name of the
Thank you.
podcast.
Yeah, that's going to be
Thank
the
you,
clip,
mystery
too.
liposuction guy.
That's going to be the clip right there.
Yeah.
What a hero! Oh, there's never been a criminal quite like this.
All right. So it's time to wrap it up. Because frankly, I got to wake up at 4:45 and go to the gym.
I woke up at 4 this morning and drove in snow. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, everyone is barred from doing anything on Wednesday. Shane, is it going to be crazy cold where you are too?
Yeah, it is.
So we're supposed to be negative 20 to negative 15 or something.
I'm going to the gym still.
Are you?
Yep.
Here's my thing. Like, what if your car stalls out, on your way there? And then, like, do you have a winter survival kit in your car?
Nope.
So could you imagine being on the way to the gym, car dies for whatever reason, you're waiting for cops to come over and help you or whoever. You've got a 10-minute wait, your car gets cold, you get frostbite, front of your foot has to get chopped off. Would you be upset that you drove to the gym?
Nope.
Well, that's dedication.
Because my car is
You know
not
what?
going to stall out.
You know what?
How do you know?
You can
Because it never
you guys,
does. It's brand new.
You guys get on
Every
your
car
internet.
that stalled out never stalled out before the first time it stalled out.
Get on your internet. Skype into me. I'll screen share a video and we'll all work out together at the same time in our
Let's
houses.
virtually work out together. That'll be our first YouTube video.
Virtual class.
I don't know.
Shane,
Good.
it'll be a step class. You could be at the front next to the
Yeah.
teacher.
By the way, the step class was today, and I didn't do it.
Oh, man.
He didn't
I-
walk in there.
You know, I almost did, though, but I watched the Royal Rumble in the morning instead. I was like, oh, if I go there, I can't watch the Royal Rumble. So,
It's the same
Yeah,
thing.
I did catch some of the Royal Rumble. I need to finish it.
Yeah.
So that's my goal.
cool.
Actually, yeah.
I
Well,
still burn the same amount of calories, so
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
well, friends, I think we had a good sesh, and I'm looking forward to next week. And I hope all of our weeks are amazing, and we lose.
Yeah,
more
Michael's
weight.
finally woke up. He's finally losing his weight. This is good.
Oh, boy.
It's getting.
Are we gonna
not-
make a documentary about Michael, the resurrection of Mike?
I guess so, because I swear I was getting a little nervous. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not going well.
Yeah, this is just gonna be the brothers.
We were
fat
just like pretending to be
instead
nice
of the
about
brothers fat.
it. Yeah, yeah.
That
At some
one
point, we'd have
brother's
to be
fat.
like your support group, and that's not what we're here for.
Why not?
So, anyways, we're doing it all this together. This is good.
Yep. So contribute your weight loss to the £1,000,000 challenge if you haven't already, and join the Fatties versus Fatties. We're going to start that thing.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a showdown. We're going to have fat people fighting fat people. The Fatties helping Fatties. Facebook weight loss support group. Go join that if you want to lose some weight this year, and share our podcast and stuff. Share this stuff out on Facebook. We're doing the scale giveaway with just a few more days left. And we're going to pick the winner. So make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff.
Yeah, so it's good. This was a good week. I'll just close it out with this.
Perfect. I wouldn't have it any other way.
And thank you all for joining us for the podcast.
See you next week. The same fat time at the same fat channel.
I've got same fat time, the same fat channel.
Oh, wait, here, do it over the music. Okay.
Okay, ready? Here we go. And we thank you, everybody, and we hope to see you next week, the same fat time on the same fat channel. See ya, and good night.
Good night, everybody. The Brothers Fat is brought to you by a history of bad decisions. Now, if you're interested in joining those bad decisions on the list of things that make this podcast possible, maybe perhaps a sponsorship or just sending some cheddar our way as a tip, saying, "Hey guys, thanks for making fun of fat people all the time." If you wanna do that, send us an email at thebrothersfat@gmail.com. We are interested in your money. Hey, tune in next week for another Fat podcast. We'll see you then.